Hello everybody, this is Clone, also known as Clone Blazer on the internet, and this is just going to be a quick video of my mock that I'm working on. This is going to be a minifig scale HAVw A6 Juggernaut, which can be seen in Star Wars Battlefront 2, Episode 3, a few episodes of the Clone Wars, etc. I am basing this off of the measurements that are presented on Wikipedia, and it comes out as 49.4 meters long in canon, which roughly equates to 3 base plates long. So this is what I have built so far. This is just one section of the chassis that I've worked on, as well as a wheel. I actually started with the wheel, I prototyped it, and I'm actually very happy with how it turned out. This is the front of the wheel. It's just a rough design of what I want the detailing to look like. That's not final. It will most likely end up changing at some point later down the road when I get working on it. But I just wanted to give a overview of what I have done so far. So this is just a small front section of the chassis. This is where, from here on up, is where it's going to be built. Obviously I have the 2 front axles done. I might end up having to move these slightly forward because the big, I don't even know what to call them, suspension, drivetrain, whatever you want to call them, may end up not being big enough for what I want to do. I'm thinking of doing these 6x6 round plates, and where these studs are right here, placing one top and building up. I'm not sure. I might try something with these. These equate to 8x8s. I'm not sure. This will be easier to attach, but again, it's all a work in progress. As far as everything else, like the rest of the chassis, I actually have it designed in stud.io. I'm gonna just call it Studio because it's easier to say, and I will be ordering the parts relatively soon to build it. I have it built probably up to about here, maybe a little higher, maybe a little shorter, I don't know, but that includes the entire chassis, includes as well the other 8 axles. I don't have any of the other wheels built yet. The wheel that you see here, like as you can see, it's a relatively simple design. It's just a crossbar with these 1x4 hinges attached via 1x2 Technic pieces with 2 holes and studs in the middle, or the little stud pins, and then that's how that's connected. And then as you can see, I just filled in the rest of it with tiles. This one is going to be built a little different. The front 2 and then the very back 2 are going to be built a little different in that in here I'm using the same 4x4 round pieces like that. That's because it has the hole in the middle, and I actually have a Technic axle in here to give it a little bit more support. I might have to play around with this a little bit to make it more structurally stable. It's okay for now, but I have to see how things turn out in the end game when this is built up more, as well as how strong the other axles are. I actually have part of the next axle built out of the pieces that I had just in my collection. That's the entirety of what how wide it will be. This one will be connected a little bit differently. As you can see, these holes will actually be connected with these Technic holes, probably with the Technic pins that have the axle rod. One of these, just stick it in. I'll have to probably play around with it a little bit, but yeah, that's basically it. If you want to see how big this thing is going to be, there's a minifigure, and I actually have my two turbo tanks, 2010 and 2016 version. This is just 2x6s I got from Pick a Big Roll. So just a bit of a size comparison. There's the 2010 version. As you can see, what I have built now, while it doesn't have as many pieces, the size is much bigger. And then here's the 2016 version, just so you can see. I knocked them down there. Yeah. So when this is all said and done, you can see the one base plate. Imagine two more. I have them right there, and that's roughly how long it's going to be. The dimensions aren't going to be exact, like to the stud, because I'm probably gonna have to play around with some dimensions to make sure that it works well in Lego and actually looks good. But overall, I want it to be as close and as accurate as possible. So yeah, that's it for this update. The next update will have the rest of the chassis that I have designed in studio built, like out of physical bricks, and I'll make a video then. Subscribe if you want more updates, and I will see y'all later.